Alright, welcome back to another episode of SketchySpeed.
It has been a while, but we're finally going to finish this battery relocation.
Now, I do not have the riv nuts I would like to have, but we're going to try to riv nut the back two holes there because they go into the frame. I would like to put my battery right here. This is where I would ultimately like it to go. And this will be a temporary, semi-permanent, I will say not temporary, semi-permanent location, because it's going to hang over the edge here. There won't be a fourth one bolted down, but I should be able to get three. I'll get these back two in, and then this one I'll just have to put something underneath it to hold it up. But I should be able to riv nut these back ones, but I'm using aluminum riv nuts, which I don't like. I'd like to have steel ones because these do not feel solid at all, but we're going to try it and hopefully get the battery in there, and then I will be able to continue the body work and put this thing back together so I can drive it soon. Now, I don't quite remember if this is the way to do this, but I'm pretty sure you just thread the bolt in. You have a bigger nut in between that, so you can hold the nut and spin the bolt, and it'll tension this. So we're gonna give that a go. I don't know when tight is too tight, but that's snug. All right, one down, one to go. And I think I don't have to put three. I think the last one could just be a hole. Alright, so I thought this was going to go right into the frame. Oops, right into the frame, but I can see the ground or my diff or something. I can see an axle. So I think now I'm actually going to get under the car and just bolt this straight down so I don't have to put a riv nut in here because the riv nuts are cheap. And I'd rather this just pinch the frame and not go anywhere. So now I'm going to attempt to bolt it to the car. Cool. Okay, so this is now bolted down. I went to bolt the battery down, and since this is just a flat plate, the battery still kind of moved a little bit. So it seems like these are just a hair too big. So ground two of these down. This one seemed to be the only corner that was pinching, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and grind it just so I don't have to take everything back apart and do it again. So hopefully just that little bit. It was seriously just like, you couldn't even fit a hair in there, but you'll put everything back and try again. I could have sworn this was for the 35 series batteries, but also this is my battery that got smushed in the accident. So this might be a little bit, you know, it's caved in at the corner there, so might be a little different. Hopefully my grinding of the tubes helped, because I'd like to not have to modify this to any extreme. I'd like this to just work. Oh, okay. Oh. Should have ground a little bit more. I wonder if I can get a little bit tighter. Okay, get on there, come on. I ended up snapping something. It's all just aluminum bullshit. God damn. I wonder if it'll ever get tight enough, or if it's just going to keep flexing around it. I mean, it is tight, but surely it's going to move. Alright, well, it's tight. I'm going to call it tight anyway. Okay. Hooked up. Oh, this has been, oh my god, a few months at this point. Alright, I heard fuel pump. That's a good sound. 11.6, so. Oh yeah, look at that. I forgot about that shit. God damn it. Still gotta fix the fucking wiring for that. God damn, fucking idling good. It never idles this good. That's crazy. 14.6, 14.4, cool. We're looking good. Except for that. Gotta fix the water temp gauge. Alright. Alright, some easy peasy fixing some wiring. So hopefully that works. I guess I gotta route it differently. Apparently I routed it so when you stepped on the fucking mat, it would just pull it and it chopped it on the firewall. Because you know it's a rat's nest in here, so. Alright, so I'm just gonna put it up in the dash to go out and it should be fine. Well, since this took not nearly as long as I expected, we're gonna move on. I'm going to convert my doors to manual windows because I messed up the power windows when I did the rewire, and the driver's side is no longer power, and only having the switches for the passenger side is dumb. So I'm just gonna get rid of it, go to manual, and just simplify this entirely. I also just remembered I need to find my quarter window. I have a plexiglass quarter window to go in there with the vent, so I gotta find that while I take this apart. All right, pretty quickly got the electric one out, and I got the other one in. Just kind of snug in it because I'm gonna have to adjust everything and figure out where the heck I'm putting the mechanism, because since it's actually, does it go up there? I'm not exactly sure where this is supposed to go, since this is a NV2 with power, so I don't know where this is supposed to go. But on my other car I just have it hanging here, but that's not going to work in this car because of the cage. So I'll have to do some testing and everything for that. That'll be later. So now I got to get this window the rest of the way out. Well, I got to go find my other window, make sure I still know where that's at, so I can take this the rest of the way apart, so I can put my new window in and put this back together and continue on here. And I gotta get this wiring out of here. I really hate taking the seal off because this is never gonna be the same again. But, oh well, I guess. Nothing's ever gonna be the same again, so whatever. Fresh. Alright, so now that I've been fucking holding this thing, I'm so glad I got this covered now, which is crazy. Alright, this is what I mean. You can tell where it used to be, and now it'll never go back just perfect. I don't know how to get it to sit better. I don't know if I gotta get that seal underneath there more, because it looks like I do. It looks like I get it underneath there more and it'll go in. But I'm also not super worried about it because this car is obviously not leak proof. Alright, window in. So as I'm sitting here contemplating where this is gonna go, I look over and I replaced this other door, and I just realized I replaced it with an MB1 door. So it has the cutout for this. So that's gonna be cool. This one, however, MB2, so gotta figure that out. And I really ain't never had no shit like this. I got one fucking up and down of the window.
and this should pop out of here. I have no idea. I've been fighting with this for 20 minutes already trying to get it back in. There's not enough way to make slack to get it back in. I'm running out of ideas here. This is ridiculous. Fully tensioned. That should be tensioned. And it still can't. Even with one hand, it's hard, but I can't. That's about as close as I can get. I can probably get a little bit closer with both hands, but. All right, so I opened up the crank and found everything was so like twisted it up and everything. Like that was why it created too much tension and pulled the plastic piece out. That's what was the weakest link, I guess. And I'm trying to rewind this, and there's no way this is going back together because this is kinked and this other line is kinked. And because this is kinked like that, it's not letting all this wind up like it's supposed to when you crank the handle. So because I can't wind that, I can't wind, this one won't wind right. So this thing's fucked. Cool. All right, so I have bailed on the bullshit. Yes, I ordered another one online. Whatever, upset about it, but it is what it is. Now my window is just out for now, but at least, let's see, I didn't even check this. Yay, well, that should still read something. Oh, I didn't plug it back in. Okay, well, that should still work once I plug it back in, because I got that wired up. The battery is wired up. Oh my gosh, all this trash that I gotta get out of the way. All right, well, it's been something. This has been a SketchySpeed update. Hopefully more soon.